Democrats like to say that no one needs an AR-15 for self-defense, that no one could possibly need all 30 rounds. But when this rifle is the only thing standing between your family and a dozen angry Democrats in Klan hoods, you just might need that semi-automatic and all 30 rounds.
When you look at inflation, when you look at where we are economically, and we are stronger economically than we have been in history.
I wonder if that got one.
I don't think he did.
I don't remember that intro, but that must be an old one, judging by the splash screen there. It had a mark in it still.
Yeah.
What's up, boys? Happy Friday.
He ran for Congress in 2024, so he would have started campaigning in 2023. So that might have been before Mark officially dropped out. Oh no, he started campaigning in 2022.
22, yeah. It was like 2 years before.
Damn Klans hooded Democrats. They're everywhere these days. Oh, fuck. Lousy with them.
Yeah, you know, just instead of the actual Klan hoods, you know, it's you know, an Antifa flag or, you know, commie flag or something else.
I used to have a neighbor here, and I was talking to him, and he was like, "Yeah, my granddad." And he was actually like adopted. He was like Mexican, but like, you know, his adopted family was like white. And he's like, "Yeah, we're helping my granddad clean out like his house one time. We found the Klan robe in the back of the closet." And he was like, no, it's just a Halloween costume. You know? No, that old thing. Just an old Halloween costume I forgot to throw away.
Oh man, he lost in the primaries. He came in last. That's a shame.
That's what I figured.
It's a heck of an ad. I played that one because of the title of today's episode, the KKK Act. Now, this was something interesting. I imagine that. I didn't know this existed. I didn't know there was such a thing as the KKK Act. It's a real thing. The KKK Act bans...
Depends on which one.
The KKK Act bans conspiracies of both public and private actors that deprive any person of the equal protections of the law. It was passed in 1871 to counter the Klan's lawless intimidation of black voters. So the KKK Act was to keep people from intimidating black people from voting in the South. Well, this is actually being used against UC San Diego. UC San Diego is offering race-based scholarships through a loophole where they can like exclusively give black people a scholarship, and now they've
always been doing that because there's like
they're not allowed to do that anymore with Trump's executive orders. So the KKK Act is being used against UC San Diego to prevent them from offering exclusively offering scholarships to black people. That's
you can intimidate, but it has to be at least 300 yards from a polling place. I think that's the rule. To be not allowed to intimidate at the polling place. It's gotta, you know, it's like campaigning. Yeah. You know, you're not allowed to campaign within.
It's like what Biden told Trump. I'll take you back behind the.
He's gonna introduce him to his old buddy Corn Pop. You guys remember Corn Pop, right?
Oh yeah, Corn Pop.
Yeah, Corn Pop was a bad dude.
He's a bad dude. Scratch up his rusty razor blades in the parking lot.
Who was you said? Dag, when did you send one of the Biden the Biden and Barack memes. Like,
yeah, they've been popping up in my memories. It must have been this time of year back in 2016. Oh, they were so good.
How did we go from 2016, where Joe Biden was literally the butt of every, like, that's all people made fun of was how dumb he was. In fact, for 8 fucking years, they made fun of how dumb he was.
It was like an endearing kind of dumb, though.
Yeah,
like,
it was like...
Yeah, I knew plenty of Democrats who also thought those were fucking hilarious and shared them, but they also weren't like, yeah, let's get Biden in there the next term. So
right. It's like, he was like Dan Quayle 2.0 on steroids. Like, because, you know, the running joke had always been how dumb Dan Quayle was, and then Biden becomes
this isn't one of them, but it's almost funny. This was from the Area 51 time. Pulling up the other ones.
How's he doing with his pancreatic cancer or whatever? Has it killed him yet?
No, but apparently Trump has some kind of vein thing.
What
vein thing?
A vein thing. We knew
his
Trump was pretty vain. I mean, is that really?
Yeah, that's not a shocker.
Not that vein.
The main vein.
Fuck around. He's been diagnosed with chronic venous what is this? Insufficiency. So like his veins.
Ooh, he doesn't like that word.
Insufficiency is not it.
Not in his vocabulary.
It's, you know, his veins are supposed to be the best, but supposedly, you know, this is kind of routine. It's like something whenever, you know, older people, like, their body can't pump blood all the way throughout their body as well, so it just kind of happens typically.
It's crazy to think it happened to such a spry young 80-year-old.
They're gonna give Trump a fucking pacemaker and turn him into Robo Trump, and then he's gonna rule forever.
There's one. Can't get this darn Pokemon game to work. What gives? Well, Joe, that's because I stopped paying your cell phone bill. You spent $4,800 last month on Candy Crush. Kept telling you I thought I was ordering real candy.
I don't know how you think that makes it any better.
The pictures they choose are so great. Like a picture on the bottom. It just, what else could that be than Barack is frustrated with Biden there?
Oh my gosh, there were so many just stills of Barack and Biden sitting in the same room where you can just visibly see on Barack's face that he is fucking done messing with Joe Biden today. Like, he's had all the Joe Biden he can handle. It's like, can I take a trip to go meet with the UN or something? Like, literally anything other than sit in the room with this dude.
My absolute favorite is the one where
the funniest thing is like that he always looked like that, but then people were like, "Oh, they're best buddies," you know, like they're the best friends. It's like no,
I left you a blunt in the chopper. My absolute favorite was the one where it was Barack and Michelle or Big Mike. Steve's not here to correct me. And they're standing out. It's Easter, you know, the White House Easter bunny costume. It's like the glasses and everything.
The bunny.
Yeah, it just shows him standing with the bunny, but it goes, "This was the moment Barack regretted letting Joe pick his own outfit."
Oh my god!
Who then that same bunny had to later be Joe's chauffeur handler on stage. It's also his emotional support bunny, so. You know, it served a couple purposes. Shit, yeah.
What's been going on this week? I've been out of town and traveling. We did my parents' church has a annual barbecue supper every summer, and so we go down and help set up tables and chairs and everything. And then the Campbell men, it's our job to we direct traffic and handle all the parking, because if you ever want to lose faith in humanity as quickly as possible, let people park themselves and just watch what an absolute clusterfuck that turns into. Like, nobody's ever getting out ever again. It's like, so me and my brother, my dad, and my uncle, for shit since I was a little kid. Basically, when I was a little kid, my job was to stand at the entrance and stop people as they came in, so that we could direct them. Like either you're going over here to Dad or you're going down here to Uncle Tracy. Like point them in the right direction so that they get where they need to go to get in a good parking spot. And that's still my job. I didn't get hit once this year. I think that might be a first. But
by a car or by a person?
By a car.
Okay.
Because they just come whipping in. Like they know what they're gonna do. They're gonna go. I'm just here to pick it up and go. It's like it doesn't matter whether you're here to just pick it up and go or not. There's not a drive-through line. Like I have to park you the same as I park the people that are gonna sit here for the next 3 hours and socialize. Like everybody's got to get parked. Like, so they just come whipping in. And this was the first year I didn't get hit. But also, I have my daughter out there with me, so maybe they like saw her and slowed down. Like they were actually worried about running over a little girl.
They don't want to hit a woman. They
don't give a fuck about me, but they'll run her ass. They weren't about to run her ass over. So it's anyway.
They see you looming over their car. They're gonna fear for their life and hit you on purpose.
Yeah,
Slender Man over there fucking attacking me. I can do it to protesters. I can do it to Slender Man.
We did all that, and that was our entire Wednesday. Like we set up that morning. You make all the tea and cut up all the tomatoes and onions and everything that afternoon, and then get there that evening and get all the final touches done, and then park cars for 3 hours and then go sit down and eat, and then we clean up. So like that was my entire Wednesday, and Tuesday was driving down, and Thursday was driving home. So I have been completely out of the loop. I haven't paid attention to jack fucking shit this week. So what's been going on? Anything good? Like,
well, I woke up this morning and of course doing my poop scrolling. That's where I look through social media while I'm pooping, if nobody could put that together. I guess this is the big one of the day, which, it took me a minute. It's one of those where everybody's making all the memes, but it's like you don't get the backstory, right away.
Yeah.
But this was the internet for me this morning. Was this somebody I guess
this has been going viral. Like this is uber viral. Like the guy, some CEO of some kind of startup or something like that. Like he's a billionaire already.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Yeah, they get put on the kiss cam. Like he's feeling her up, and then I guess like he ducks. And somebody was like he should have just like played it off, like.
Right, because then you can at least claim like that wasn't me or some shit. It's just somebody who looks like me.
Yeah,
but that's guilty. And then because that happened, it goes viral.
Like, oh, somebody must be doing something they're not supposed to. Like,
right. And then everybody on the internet's gonna pass it around and make fun of it, and then people are gonna see it.
Right. It's not like anybody at the concert knew who he was or gave a fuck. Like if he had just been holding on to her and reached around and gave her a little peck on the cheek, it moves on and nobody has any idea.
Dude, that's a great point. It's not a fucking basketball game that everyone's sitting around watching at home. You know what I mean? It's a fucking even the people there don't give a shit about Coldplay. Like nobody cares.
Oh, I would say there's like a 10% that actually care about Coldplay. Like they're Coldplay.
Yeah, it is a Coldplay concert. I was trying to be silly because Coldplay sucks, but yeah.
Look,
I mean, I'm not even gonna say they suck. They're just
people who really like Nickelback. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you go to a Nickelback concert, though, it's probably a high ratio, compared to the general populace.
Look,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't particularly hate Coldplay. I'm never gonna put on one of their songs voluntarily.
Nickelback's first 3 albums were good. After that, it goes downhill. So,
dude, I admit, like Silver Side Up, there was a couple songs I dug. Ones I played on the radio, they were good. But it has become such a universal joke that yes, I make fun of Nick. Once that song "Animals" came out,
oh
my god, that was the fucking worst. That and then that Photograph song, that was gay as fuck too.
Leader of Men was badass.
The
music video for Leader of Men was badass.
Wait, hear me out on Photograph. Like it's a bad song in general, but like there's like certain like scenarios where it hits different, I guess.
That's fair. You're a few years younger than me too. So by the time Photograph came out, I was already a super cynical 20-year-old.
Yeah. I was about to, I was getting close to, graduating high school. I was, I'm like freshman year of high school, and so then by the time we're seniors and we play that at senior graduation or whatever, it's like I think
it's a Saturday morning breakfast cereal comic, and he's like, He's like, kids today, all your music sucks. He's like, don't you know that music hit its peak at the exact age I was most emotionally vulnerable to trite love songs? You know, and it's kind of like it's kind of the truth. You know, it's whatever age you're at. You know?
I love that.
Did you just make that, or did you just find
No,
that?
I just went to Twitter and typed in, "Look at this photograph," because the memes are the best thing to come out of that song these days.
Yeah.
That was the first one that popped up.
Oh my god, the internet is amazing.
Undefeated.
Oh fuck me.
Trying to think the graduation song from when I graduated. Wasn't it like that orange haired chick, that Vitamin C?
Vitamin C as we go on. Oh my god, it was like it was before I graduated, but I remember like the last day of school in fucking high school. That was like that song just nonstop. And then the other big one was that Green Day song. Hope you have the time of your life.
Have you ever seen the thing where the guy, it's the guy, he does the everything is canon in D, like the Pachelbel's, everything is Pachelbel's canon in D, like the Vitamin C graduation song is just it just goes to the tune of da 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 da, and it's hilarious. If you've never seen it, it's hilarious. I'll look it up. We can use that to close the show.
There's
I don't know
like
how he does
comedians
it. That's crazy.
who like they go, they're like, oh, the same 4 chords, and they play like all the hit songs ever, you know, that use, you know, the same 4 chords. But music, I mean, the music's like, I don't want to say designed, but for whatever reason, that music, you know, certain frequencies, you know, sound good. It's just that's the way. Like, it's very formulaic, you know. It's actually really interesting. If anybody's looking to like trying to learn music, the traditional way they teach music is so fucking awful. It's so boring. It's so awful. Learn the Nashville number system, which is basically like if you're playing in C, then it tells you know, then you know C's. Well, you C as an example because there's no flats or minors in the scale, so it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B. You know, but it's like, okay, the first chord's supposed to be major, number 4, so C, D, B, you know, whatever. The 4th one in. Sorry, my alphabet sucks today. Is that one's supposed to be a minor, and then you know the 6th one's supposed to be a major, but it's like that's how songs are written and they sound good. Instead of just plucking around and finding shit, you go by the Nashville number system, and it makes like not even just writing music, but just being able to play music, or just, you know, if you just know what key a song's in, you could just like play along, you know. It really, but they don't teach you that shit. And like, because I've taken a lot of like music classes and shit, and it's just like, here's sheet music and here's the scales and practice them, but they never tell you why it matters and why certain things go together. It's crazy. And right now I'm actually doing some, I'm getting some certifications I haven't had in like 20 years for mobile electronic shit. And the basic one starts off with like car audio. So it's a lot of audio stuff. And I don't remember learning this 20 years ago, but I know they've redone the test since then. But it's actually kind of interesting. It's like each octave is like double the frequency. So it's actually like what frequency the tones are at, and like why they're the notes, and then how they happen to sound good together. It's kind of crazy. People who like figure that shit out are some sort of crazy like savant fucking geniuses.
Well, and there was even like there's even like a something that I was seeing like a math to music kind of thing. Because you can kind of make mathematics like there's a mathematics of music like where you can
100%, dude. Yep, it's pretty neat. If you start learning that shit, then it starts making sense. But yeah, dude, band all like I took like 4 years of band in school. Never talk about none of that shit. It's just practice these scales and read it and do the sheet music, you know. But it's never here's why, you know.
Yeah. My brother is really good at math, and he learned piano, and then he learned like the math to how music works, and because he learned piano. And then he played trombone in high school in the band. And so between piano and trombone and learning the math behind it, now he can play like every guitar, drums, like everything.
It's not learning piano first, I think, is the best way to go, because the way the keys are laid out, like it lays it out in a visual format. But then it's like I say I can play 6 instruments, and maybe not like fluently these days, but as long as you just, once you know the music part, you know, then it's just different fingerings. But for, you know, just whatever it is, you know, it's all like the same shit. So like, you know, yeah, you got to learn how to physically get the muscle memory, But once you can just learn like the basics of music, like you can fucking play whatever, dude. It's not.
So what's
not that crazy.
what's the mathematics to women then? Because I mean that would be basically the same, just different fingerings, you know.
I think that's Ian Malcolm's chaos theory.
Chaos theory. Yeah.
Here we go. Pachelbel in the Pachelbel rant of Canon in D.
I'm going to leave you with this little story. It's about this piece of music. It's a very popular piece of music. I'm sure you all know it, but I'll sing the melody right now. Just... Yeah, Pachelbel's Canon in D. It's a big hit in the classical world, and I know this because I'm a geek. I know what you're thinking. It's like, Rob, you can't be a geek. You play guitar. You're so cool. Okay, you weren't thinking that, but I was. It's cool because I haven't always played guitar. I started out on the cello. Yeah, cello is a wonderful, beautiful instrument. It's cool to be an adult that plays the cello. Being a kid that played the cello sucked. Because there's no way when your instrument is larger than you. When you walk to school with the cello, you're like a wounded gazelle on the Serengeti, man. The bullies just smell you coming from a mile away. Oh, I don't know what that thing is, but I know I'm going to break it. All the abuse because I love the music that we played. I love everything we played in orchestra, except this. I hate Pachelbel's Canon in D with a passion. I hate it so much because the cello part is the worst cello part ever written in the history of cello parts. It's 8 quarter notes that we repeated over and over again. They are as follows. D, A, B, F sharp, G, D, G, A. And that's all we got to play. We repeated those 8 notes 54 times. I counted because I had nothing else to do. I would sit back and listen to the violins get lovely melodies. The violas would get lovely melodies. The second violins would get lovely melodies, which should just not happen. And the cello, we got stuck with 8 crappy, lousy, stinking notes. And I began to wonder why. Why would Pachelbel do that to us? Such a beautiful instrument. And my theory was he once dated a cellist. And she dissed him really bad. And so for the rest of his life, he came up with the worst cello parts he could ever think of. It wouldn't be so bad if I didn't hear him every day. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Rob, don't listen to classical radio anymore. It doesn't matter. Pachelbel's following me. It sounds paranoid, but he's following you too. You hear him every day. I don't know. I went to my stepnephew-in-law's 8th grade graduation, and their graduation song was a song by Vitamin C. No. As we go on, we'll remember. La da 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 da. So on the drive home, I turned on some classic rock, some Aerosmith. There was a time when I was so brokenhearted. La da 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 da. So I got home, I thought I'd clear my mind with some folk music. No, listen, children, to my story. It was written long ago. They do Pachelbel just like everybody does Pachelbel, just to torment me. I don't even go to Taco Bell anymore because it sounds too close. I hate Pachelbel with a passion. I don't even know his first name. It's probably Johann. They're all named Johann. When you think about it, he's the original one-hit wonder. He had one hit 300 years ago. It's my cross to bear my entire life. Where are they now? That's what I want to know. Where are you now, Pachelbel? VH1's I Love the 1790s. Where is it? And if he would just stay away from music that I loved, it would be better, but he won't. He is shameless. He will follow me to the ends of the earth. I went to Horde Festival thinking, no, he couldn't possibly follow me to the Horde Festival. But you know who was at the Horde Festival? Blues Traveler. So that means that Pachelbel was also at the Horde Festival. So, suck it in, we're in Berlin or Rinton Pin. Make a spread move and then you're in. So I figure I'm going to listen to punk rock for the rest of my life. No dice. Do you have the time to listen to me whine? You know I'm getting really bored. Because all songs have the same damn chords. Punk music is a joke. It's really just baroque. Am I just paranoid? Na 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 na. I want to push you around, well I will. I want to push you down, well I will. Oh, wow, it's been good living with you. And my machine head is better than the rest. My machine head is better than the... See the stone set in her eye. See the thorn twist in her... I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm calling, I ain't saying line making on the floor. He was a boy. She was a girl. Could it be any more obvious? We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it.
Oh
On your
wow.
mark, say, go now. Got a dream and we just know now. No woman, no cry. When I find myself in times of trouble, Parker Bell's always following me. I'll see you in hell, Parker Bell. Oh, Parker Bell, Parker Bell. I'll see your ass in hell. I'll see you in hell, Parker Bell. Thank you so much, Penn State.
I've noticed that in a lot of music, it's like you hear the opening, like first few chords, and you're like, "Oh, I know this song." And it's like, "Oh, wait, no, it's not that song." And then, like the lyrics are different, but the music is over and over and over again.
Well, you know, like there are like they do have like a lot of the composers and stuff like they or you know whatever the makers like the hit makers, they know that like this particular type of
don't forget the rump shakers.
But the they know that like this type of beat is going to be a popular pop song. Like they know that.
Yeah, it's very formulaic.
Yeah.
Nickelback, the guy from Nickelback used to actually, people would pay him to teach them to write the formulaic songs. I know I've told this story before, but this was 20 years ago. And I'm driving, I turn on one of the rock stations in the radio, and they're playing a Nickelback song, and it's bugging me. I'm like, this is that one Nickelback song, but I couldn't put my finger on which one. And when it ended, he goes, "See, I told you can't even tell." What he was playing two Nickelback songs at the same time over each other to prove like how they're all like identical and formulaic. Like, oh, that's crazy. A trip. Yeah. God, when I was learning like a rhythm guitar, I was playing like what's that Skinner song? Simple Man. And the chords for it's like the same chord progression as a lot of other songs.
Yeah.
But if you play it in the right cadence and the right tone, it's Simple Man. But it was so easy to like slip out of Simple Man and start playing some other song. Like, no, you really had to hit it just right because it was the same chord progression as a lot of other similar music, Southern rock shit, which I like. I can't remember the other song that I was slipping into. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about though. There's like it's like
A minor,
like
E, G, and C.
Isn't like the bass line from Queen's Another One Rides the Bus? Isn't that like the same as the Weezer Sweater song?
Or of course the old classic Under Pressure and
Under Pressure. Yeah.
And what's the song?
That was ding 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 ding.
Vanilla Ice. Yeah.
Ice baby.
Yeah, that's it. Fuck.
I think we've all seen that VH1 special.
Oh, but that's not compared to I Need a Sandwich, Baby, which was a great parody song done by a local radio station here that I can't find anywhere. To go. Oh, well, what are you gonna do?
Oh, see, it's probably if it's something about a sandwich and someone making a sandwich is probably like deemed sexist now, so like they probably take it out.
That's fair. I do like me some good parody songs though. That's always been funny. Like singing comedians, like that last guy we saw.
Weird Al.
Oh, dude, Weird Al. Great fucking concerts, man. He's got like a full fucking orchestra. It's pretty based. He's good. I know some people think he's a hack, but I think he's pretty talented.
See, I feel like you could say he was a hack if he didn't come up with all. I feel like a lot of his stuff is, very like he has to come up with a different. Like he's not just doing a straight take on like a lot of the stuff. It seems like.
Well, then he's had the same band since the beginning, and they can play any genre of music.
Yeah, because his live shows are so amazing. That's why I'm like, okay, he's not a fucking hack because he's not. Yeah. He's not just making he goes out and he does shit. And he puts on a good fucking show. So even if you think his songs are stupid or whatever, which fair, I still because I said I'm like pretty much. There's been tons of bands like I hear their CD, I'm like they suck, and then you see them live, I'm like oh fuck, live they're fucking awesome, and vice versa. I love their CD, and you go see them live, I'm like this sucks, dude. But that's the test is the live show. But some people are studio performers. I get that. It's like Garth Brooks. Like he doesn't write. I mean, he's written some of his songs, but some other dude's written all of his shit. And if you were to interview that other dude, which I heard an interview with him, was kind of interesting. Like, oh man, isn't it like you don't get the fame. He's like, that's not what I want. I'm not an out on stage famous person. I just like writing good songs. Like, I don't want to be the center of attention. So it like works out. You know, instead sell your songs to fucking Garth Brooks, who's obviously amazing, and let him do the fucking legwork and be the showman. And, you know, hey, I sit back and collect the checks. So cool, man. I've gotten to where, like, because I like listening to classical music, especially if I'm like, you know, trying to do like office work and shit. But it's tough because anytime you put on a classical music playlist, first off, it's canon D minor, like first song on the playlist of every fucking one. And I'm like, fuck, I'm so sick of this song. And obviously not just that song, but every other song in the world. That is that song, as we just was demonstrated. But like it's like the same. Like I have to go to modern classical music because otherwise it's just, and I mean, don't get me wrong, all the classics, you know, all the Bach and the Beethoven and the Debussy and all that shit, you know, like it's great, but I've heard it all so much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That it's just it's
not fresh.
Yeah, man, give me something fresh, dude. I've been listening, you know.
Give back some Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Ooh, they're not bad. Man, they fucking slaps, as the kids would say.
Yeah, I don't like Christmas music. I absolutely hate Christmas music. I refuse to listen to Christmas music, but Trans-Siberian Orchestra Christmas music, I will play the shit out of that all through the Christmas season. Like, that is the only thing and Mannheim Steamroller. It's same thing, just a little bit, just their own twist on. Mannheim Steamroller is a little more electric guitar-y on some songs, but like that's Trans-Siberian Orchestra and Mannheim Steamroller. Those are the ones that I will allow for Christmas music around the house. If I hear Mariah Carey, I'm killing everybody and burning all the Christmas. Like, man, there will be no Christmas. I'll turn full on Krampus.
You start hearing Santa baby.
fucking Polly Walnuts. The whole fucking orchestra's trance. Oh, it's so good.
Oh god,
it's so good.
That's crazy.
So this, I think this article's like kind of stupid and pointless, but this brings me to something else. Apparently, the George Foreman, I guess this must be the Foreman Holyfield. Oh, Shannon Briggs. Never mind. I thought this was the fight that, you know, Foreman bit the guy's ear, Holyfield's ear.
That was Tyson.
Right? No, that wasn't. That was Tyson. Tyson and Holyfield, or Tyson and Foreman?
Tyson and Holyfield.
And Holyfield. When was that?
Foreman was kind of like way old school, but he came back.
He was the grill guy.
Yeah,
that's why I'm thinking of him.
George Foreman fought
Ali
back. They had the Rumble in the Jungle. That was a big deal.
I was just that was the Mike Tyson Holyfield one. Was it 96? No,
it was mid to late 90s.
This says November 9th, 1996. Okay. That's sorry, that was the first, that night that fight happened was the first video porno I ever saw in my life that I didn't even know was a thing until that happened. I was over at my mom was, I don't know, on a date or some shit. And so I went to stay with friends of the family, and they had the son was like 15. And of course, like when you're that age, like I remember seeing a 15-year-old as that age, and that's like a cool old guy. And now it's like I see a 15-year-old, I'm like, the fuck is this? The fuck is this loser? Fucking acne and shit. But anyhow, he's like, he has some of his friends over and shit, and he's like, hey, like we're gonna watch a porno, you know what that? I'm like, no, what's that? And he's like, videos of people having sex, and I'm like, no way. I'd seen like magazines and shit, you know. He put it on, I was just like, holy fuck, this is a thing. This is awesome.
kind of weird that there's like a watch party of it, but like,
well, you know, when you're teenagers, you kind of, you know, you gotta, there's, you know, back then, you know, it wasn't. Here's the thing, Trey, is back then it wasn't like you could just access it like whenever you wanted on a computer. There had to be a physical videotape that would be like passed around the neighborhood for generations, you know. So yeah, a lot of times it was kind of a watch party if you wanted to see it, because actually,
hey, I got the tape. Yeah,
for your own private consumption. Now that was like when it was in your possession, when the tape getting Pat was in your possession for a few weeks and you had some alone time with the tape, yeah, that was awesome. But that wasn't always the case. So yes, there were sort of watch parties. You know, not necessarily always jerk parties. That was a little more intense. That's not what this one evolved into. Thank God. I would have that'd be a very different story if I was only 11 when this happened. You know,
like I'm out, guys. Like you guys
turned into like a Stephen King book all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You guys can handle that yourself. Like
it's my turn to go in the bushes. The scene though, it was funny. It was like this. It was like they were both the actors were white, but it was like this lady in like her hot tub, and it was kind of like the walls were, you know, in Japan, like the paper walls. You know, she's like in her hot tub, and it's like that, and like this ninja just comes in the window and like has sex with her, but it's a white dude, which I thought was kind of funny. You know, it was like a white ninja.
Look, we have
doesn't
those
seem
nowadays.
accurate to me.
Look, we have those nowadays. White men can jump now. Like we had a little bit of that diverse DNA in us, and now
if we can have
Right,
a black
Hollywood.
samurai, we can have white ninjas. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh what?
But talking about fights and like Tyson Holyfield and all that, I remember Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson. It was summer of 2002. I was on my campus tour at Mississippi State, and me and a couple other guys that I just happened to like meet during our like morning orientation that first day there. We all got to hanging out, and we left the dorm that night and went walking around campus and stuff. And we were just like sitting on a bench, minding our own business. We had walked down and found a gas station and grabbed a pack of cigarettes, and like the three of us were just sitting there smoking and like, oh yeah, we're like cool incoming college freshmen. You know, this is our first big college, you know, night. And this car pulls up with these girls in it, and they're like, hey, what are y'all doing? I'm like, sitting here. Like, you want to go watch the Tyson fight? I'm like, okay. So we climb in the car with them. We're packed 6 deep in this fucking car. And they take us to a bar, and we go watch the Tyson Lennox Lewis fight. And Lennox Lewis just absolutely beat the ever loving shit out of Mike Tyson. And then we hung out with them until like 2:00 in the morning. It was my introduction to college was fucking wild. I was stoked. The only problem is, like, I just assumed that's how college was supposed to be. So I did that every fucking night for my entire first semester of my freshman year, and then I had a 1.6 GPA. That ain't real good. Dad was mad. He was like, "You're not even taking hard classes. How you got a 1.6?" I was like, I don't know, bars and drinking and hustling pool tables, and you know.
God, I would have killed for a 1.6 GPA in college.
I ended up graduating with a solid 2.5. I had a job interview.
Good enough.
Yeah, it was. I had a job interview, and the guy at the interview, he's like, "All right, so how do you have a 2.5 overall, but you've got like a 3 point something in your field of study, like in your field?" I was like, well, if it applies to what I want to do for a career, then I pay attention. And if it doesn't, then I do enough to make a D so that I don't have to take the class again. He's like, that is totally fair. And then he offered me a job. I was like, if you can give me stuff that interests me, I will do really good. If it's boring and fucking stupid, then I will do just enough to not get fired. That sounds a lot like my current job, actually.
It's like Office Space. It'll only motivate a man to work just hard enough to not get fired.
Maybe I watched that too many times when I was younger, and it like imprinted on my brain. Like that's
now that's your permanent like psyche. Like, like my psyche is Office Space. Like,
yeah,
we call that Office.
So
is that the lead shot seeping into your bloodstream, and now you're like turbo autist, and
it happens. Oh, Stephen Colbert's getting canceled.
axed. Yep, he got the axe already. CBS.
Really?
You can't say canceled because that makes people think that he did something like.
Yeah, that's yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean cancel culture canceled. I meant the original TV version of canceled.
Yeah,
Oh,
apparently
wow.
not making CBS enough money, which was weird because it's went on for so long, and I thought, well, like it wasn't making money to begin with. So.
Oh yeah, then who else? Is it just that format, like the late night show on network TV?
They're replaced by podcasts.
Who's on it, right? You're just watching the late night show.
It's because the late night shows have basically been usurped by podcasts. Like podcasts are the new late night show. If I want to watch people sitting there around a table talking, I want to watch a podcast, not Stephen Colbert, because a podcast seems more authentic, which I don't believe a lot of.
Well, yeah, and it's just like regular, like I'm not talking about like cable TV, like network TV. You know, like the 3 or 4 big networks. It's like whenever like I do like try to watch a show on there, not like seriously just like flipping through or something, or when it's on at the mechanic, you know, I'm just like, oh my god, like who the hell watches it? Like what kind of fucking 80 IQ motherfuckers like watch this shit, dude? Like it's so just basic bitch shit. So like there's that, then there's also like you got to see at a certain time, like who's gonna stay up till midnight to watch fucking Leno or what the hell ever, you know? Like ugh. You know, and I used to enjoy Letterman back in the day. My dad used to watch Letterman every now and then. I get to stay up late enough to, you know, to watch that or whatever. But yeah, just the fact like the late night, like the late, whatever variety shows, whatever the fuck you call them, still even exist is kind of a miracle. So it is almost like I don't even want to like. There's plenty of shit to talk about Stephen Colbert, but I don't even think this is like a him thing. Like I feel like this is just like that show format dying.
I think it's a mix of both. Like a lot of people didn't like the whole, you know, him toe dancing the line with the COVID and stuff like that. Which, but I feel like most of the people who made fun of that probably weren't watching to begin with. But like definitely all the stuff he's kind of pushing, like, oh, you know, like Democrats are the best. Like now, you know, after I was kind of a, you know, right wing figure before, now I've, you know, jumped on board with this.
Well, that was great because he was a right wing figure as satire. So like, but the right wing people, a lot of them didn't realize that. So what was the thing? Did he get like invited to like the White House like press dinner or something while George W. was thinking? They're like, wait, he's making fun of us. What the hell?
Yeah.
We're like shocked.
Yeah,
but he did that brilliantly. I mean, his show was great, dude.
Yeah,
the Colbert Report or whatever.
The original Colbert Report was pretty good.
It was legitimately funny, you know. But yeah,
like in other news, you know, we found somebody else with WMDs, you know, some kind of, you know, like. And then he makes some like comparison to, I don't know, you know, some chick
just so serious, doing like a Bill O'Reilly kind of character, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I'll tell you what I got stuck in my crawl this week, which is I was born with a usually narrow crawl. So
So like you were saying, like Trey was saying, like they've been basically those types of shows in that format have been replaced by podcasts. Like Conan O'Brien does a YouTube show. He doesn't even do a network television show anymore. Like he does it's similar thing to what he used to do, but now it's like in a studio, you know, they got the headset on and they're talking to people and like it's an interview type show. Yeah, Conan needs a friend or something. But like it's even he doesn't do the late night television type stuff anymore. It's moved on.
Why would you work for somebody else like that now? I mean, if you have a big name like Conan does, he can just do whatever he wants with a fucking computer at his house and people will watch it, you know? He's got another show. It's like a travel show. I haven't watched it yet. Something traveling around with Conan O'Brien or something.
I think I saw the advertisement for it. But
I've been thinking about giving it a shot. Just to see if he's still funny.
He seemed like the better of the, like he's still goofy, but he seemed like the better of the sort of late night hosts when they were.
He's fucking witty, man. I remember I didn't watch his show a lot, but when I see clips of it, you know, he's fucking funny, dude. He's on it.
Well, like Leno and Conan and Letterman and a lot of those, they managed to be really funny without being super political. Like they would make fun of politics, but they would make fun of politics across the board. Like if they had a tilt, you didn't really know what it was because they were making fun of everybody, and it was what comedy was supposed to be, and their interviews were entertaining. Like they asked dumb questions, or they asked questions that actually like that would catch the person being interviewed off guard, and then they would have like a weird conversation and stuff, and like it would create funny moments. Now they ask like really pointed questions, and they're trying to get the sound bites, and like just I think the like TikTok generation thing has created this problem where when they do these interviews and stuff anymore, they're trying to generate that YouTube
clip. They get the clip.
Yeah, that gotcha clip that everybody, the viral clip. Whereas nobody gave a fuck about viral clips. Like you were watching the show when it was on, and you might catch a rerun of it sometime later on. But like nobody was making viral clips of interviews that Jay Leno and Letterman did. Like
well, and some of that, like I think too, like even the people who are doing the interview, like that they're trying to find a moment where they can like this. I can say something that's like clippable, like and that's to me that's the biggest thing that destroyed a lot of like interviews, media, all that stuff. Because I know you're trying to make a clippable moment. Like I know you're trying to make a viral moment, and that kind of ruins it for me.
Like that Bill Burr rant recently where some like he's like on the red carpet somewhere and some reporter's like, what do you think about Gaza and this and that? And he's like, what the fuck are you asking me this for? So you can get your stupid fucking clip, me saying something and blah, blah, blah. He's like, fuck off. I'm a fucking comedian. Stop asking me about serious shit like this, dude. I don't care if I can answer this shit. It was pretty good. I like this. I'm sure you guys saw this.
I love to talk about Conan's contributions to The Simpsons. In fact, his name gets brought up 93% of the time when people on the internet talk about Simpsons writers. Let's compare that to his actual contribution. Well, there are 781 episodes of The Simpsons. Conan wrote 3. You know what? Let's zoom in so we can see it a little bit more. Let's zoom in a little bit more. There we go. That is a whopping 0.38%. By comparison, Charles Manson wrote 0.41% of the songs released by the Beach Boys.
That's true, by the way.
Charles Manson is a bigger part of the Beach Boys than Conan is of The Simpsons.
I forget which songs, but yeah, there's a few.
Didn't Charles Manson dip his hands in a lot of different like artists?
Well, he was hanging. It's like back in like the '60s or whatever. It's like one of the Beach Boys guys was just hanging out with, like, I think he was roommates or something like that. If I remember the story correctly, with Charlie and yeah, they'd be like, oh yeah, I'll do some of your songs or whatever, and then I think at some point somebody was like, hey, this guy's kind of fucking nuts. You should probably
disassociate with him.
You should probably not hang out with that guy. And yeah, then it was not that long after the whole other thing went down.
I mean, he was popular and charismatic, and like he was a big personality type. Those people, like, people kind of cling to those personality types, and then more often than not, it turns out they are psychopaths of some sort. Or not.
Especially in California.
Is this why you have so many friends, Justin?
Yes, something like that. We hadn't started the cult shit yet. We're slowly working our way into the cult shit. Just give it time. Don't rush me. But like STG saying, like goes to his parents' house and watched normie TV. I sat there with Dad. God, what was it? Tuesday night, I guess it was. And yeah, because we got in sometime Tuesday afternoon, and we kind of just hung out, and then me and Dad sat down and watched TV, and he had on Fox News, and holy fucking shit! Like the programs that they have on Fox, like they're trying to be funny and make fun of Democrats, but like the left can't meme, like boomers can't do humor, like they were terrible at it. It was like, Dad, can we watch like literally anything else? And like, I honestly don't care. Like, there's got to be a TV show that you're really interested in and want me to watch an episode of and think I would like literally anything other than these Fox talking heads being retarded. And I'm not trying to end the show yet, but it was awful. I'm like, good God. And then
see, like my parents are always watching something like that I'm like, it'll be something like one of those like my mom really likes the like murder mysteries, and I'm like some of them I'm just like, this is so stupid. Like like I don't know, they're not like good shows. That they're I don't know, I guess the bottom of the barrel kind of stuff, or where it's Hallmark. Well, like especially during the holiday season, it's Hallmark stuff. Or
Ooh, I'll watch me a good Hallmark Christmas movie now.
Dude,
terrible, but that's the fun.
Them. I hate. Well, I guess if you're watching it to laugh at, like that's
yeah. We like picking out the formulas,
Yeah.
personally.
The formula is like literally the same every time. It's like,
it's
well, there's I'll say there's two formulas. It's either the rich guy comes to the poor, like ends up in the poor woman's like city, and then
or the rich woman who ends up in the poor man's city or small town. It's always city to small town. That's the thing. It's always big city. Person goes to the small town.
Yeah, the big city, the girl boss CEO chick goes back home and meets the guy that runs the local flower shop, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, he's so like." Or at first she's like, "Oh, what a slummy piece of shit little flower shop this is," and then at the end of it she realizes how great it is and marries him, and then buys his shop so that he's a millionaire too, or some bullshit. I don't know. Me and my daughter watch those. We watch those just to see how awful they are. It's like, all right, what's gonna happen next? We sit there and call the plays.
Like as soon as you get through the first opening act, okay, this is what's gonna happen. Yeah,
this could have been one episode. I was getting like some tires or something a couple years back. I'm in the waiting room and they got whatever network TV on. It's that 911 show, and it was so funny. This rich white woman wakes up in her bed and she's blind. Oh my God, I'm blind! And calls the paramedics. The paramedics show up, and of course they're fucking. They may as well be Dr. House. And they're like, she's like, I'm blind, and they're like, oh, it's this parasite. They're able to diagnose her on the spot. It's this parasite that usually comes from working around livestock. And she's like, well, livestock? I'm a hoity-toity woman in the suburbs. I don't. And then she's like, whoa, wait a minute. And they flash to her earlier in the week doing goat yoga, And so, of course, me owning goats is hilarious, scaring people that goats are going to give you eye worms. And the paramedic fixes her right there on the spot somehow. Oh, my vision's back. And I turn, there's another woman sitting in the waiting room. There's this old black lady. And yeah, right. And I turned to her to be like, "Can you believe this bullshit?" But she's watching it, dude. She's like, and I just know in her head she's thinking, "Goddamn white people and their goats," But she was into it. I was like, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself. I'm not gonna insult this poor woman for like
what they like." Yeah.
But yeah, like the 911 show, any of the cop shows, like the Blue Bloods and shit like that is just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's something, dude.
Like SDG saying the 10-hour documentary that could have been told in 60 seconds is like Stephanie watches these like true crime shows, and it's like, I wonder who could have done that. It's like, that's his wife. His wife totally killed him. Like the way this whole thing has been set up, we know that the wife did it. And then, yeah, two hours later, we find out, oh, guess what? The wife did it. It's like, so what? Like, why do we need all of this like storytelling? And
I will say, occasionally,
the cops that were investigating the case went to the same diner every morning and ordered the same thing every morning and found out all this stuff about the wife from the waitress it's like, why do we have to go through all this shit? Like, everything you showed me in the first 10 minutes of the show said, all right, the wife definitely did this. Like, nobody else was coming in the fucking house.
There is that random one where like but there are occasionally the random one where it's like, oh, this guy, like pissed off his cousin or something like that, and all of a sudden his cousin like just had it out for him, or some guy like down the street or whatever.
One of them that like comes out of left field, and then those always get revealed like in the most like stupid way. We watched one yesterday, and it was from back in the 90s. This football player got shot sitting on the porch with all his friends, and like one of the friends had a gun, and the gun was missing a bullet. And so, obviously the cops are like, oh yeah, that dude, like friend with the gun that doesn't have a six shooter that only has 5 bullets in it. That one's probably the one that, did it. And then it wasn't even the right caliber. It turned out he got shot with like a rifle. And then 10 years later, some girl who dated the guy that did it, they break up, and then she tells the cops that he had admitted to her that he did it, and he like sniped him from down the street.
Jesus.
Because he sniped him from down the street with a deer rifle because when they were freshmen, the guy blackballed him from getting into a fraternity that he was trying to get into. God. It was like, what the fuck? Like the whole thing like takes this complete left turn. It's like, wait, what the hell? And then the guy didn't even he got convicted of murder, and then they overturned it because one of the forensics experts fucked up in her testimony and said some of the information from the forensic stuff wrong. And so they said that she lied on the stand because she mixed up some of the information, and then they got the guy out on time served. And then the guy ends up like getting in a car accident, and he's fucking crippled for life now. Like, wow. Everything about this story, like, is like, okay, like this seems pretty cut and dry. And then from about the midway point of the show on to the end, it just goes off the rails. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the
so
fuck?
Like he got away scot free, but then like he like ends up like maimed at the end.
He gets out on time served, and then 3 years later he's in a car accident and gets crippled from the waist down. It's like karma got his ass.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. I just put it on because I thought it looked like something Stephanie would like.
Like you said, or kind of like, okay, like I can telegraph this. Like, the husband killed the wife killed the husband. That's usually what it is. Or maybe like, the occasionally it's like the neighbor, like, okay, you really ticked off the neighbor, and then like, of course he's gonna come over there and like, you keep on, one too many times, you let your dog, crap in his yard. And he's just had it, man. He's just had it.
I feel that in my soul.
He stepped in it, got a good whiff of that wet shit. He's like, that's it. You're getting it today. Like, oh man.
I was trying to find an appropriate Simpsons clip, but I was having a hard time. They clear Waylon and go, oh well, and then who shot Mr. Burns? Like clear Waylon Smithers in it, and she goes, well, I guess it's never the most likely suspect. And Lisa's like, actually, Dad, 98% of the time it is. The rest of the time it's just some wacko did it for no reason at all. And everyone just looks at Homer. He's like, hey, I had a damn good reason. You can never remember my name.
I feel like that's
with Occam's razor.
Yeah, Occam's razor.
Yeah, the most obvious solution is probably the correct one. Or something.
Yeah, the times that it's not, you might as well just consider yourself a retard.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.